Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your continuing coverage of the Defense 2, brought to you and organized by joinDOTA, commentated by Toshley, and sponsored by Razor and BenQ. You can check out all the details that you need to know about this tournament at the-defense.com, and you can also take a gander at joinDOTA.com for all sorts of fantastic Dota 2 related goodness, yes indeed. And we will be continuing on with the playoffs of the Defense 2, continuing with the trend of skipping ahead until we find games that look good, look interesting, and so on and so forth. These once again are the playoffs. These are the best of threes, and this will be between evil geniuses from the land of the Americas on the Radiant side, and they will be fighting it out against SGC, the Storm Games clan on the Dire side, hailing from the Republic of Czechoslovakia. Yes, indeed. We have the full roster coming in for EG, Malik sitting in the captain's chair with Demon, Universe, Bulba, and Fear. And over on the side of SGC, we have Captain Kranich, Professor Headshot, Offak, Tulix, and finally Warlog, the entire roster of SGC, yes indeed. And the first couple of bans to come out of SGC will be that of the Broodmother, that of the Chen, with EG responding to that with an Invoker and with a Night Stalker. Very standard bans come out of SGC, Chen, and of course the Broodmother, whose name I just forgot for a couple of seconds. And with EG, Invoker is a fairly standard ban, not typically first ban material. Night Stalker is not someone that you see banned first, but I'm not familiar with SGC's playstyle. I haven't casted or watched many of their games, unfortunately, so I'm not sure if they like to run with that Night Stalker. Fury going to be the third hero to be removed out by EG, another very standard ban, and we still have some powerful heroes in the mix. We have Lycan, who's most likely going to be removed by SGC, especially with EG having first pick. We have Naga Siren, we have CK, we have, Broodmother's been taken out, but we still have Enchantress. Lycan going to be removed by SGC, 100% understandable. Darkseer is also in the mix, and that is a hero that I haven't had the pleasure of seeing in a long time, and I think EG might pick him up. He's a very powerful hero, and he is secured by EG. It's a pleasure to see a game with him once again. When is the last time I casted a game with Darkseer? I'm actually not all that sure. It was quite a while ago indeed. Just trying to think back, and I generally have no idea. Also, I like these little advertisement on the sides. The International 2 coming up in just a week from now, and don't forget the preliminary start this weekend. I will be casting them live over on my Twitch TV channel. That is Toshley. It's twitch.tv/ToshleyDOTA. Next couple of heroes to be secured by SGC are going to be Naga Siren, going to be Enigma. Enigma, a very powerful hero with a lot of teamfight presence. The same can be said for the Naga Siren with that friggin' ulti. And we might see SGC attempt to do what EG did a few games ago against MTW, where they started off with the Scream, with the Song of the Siren, and then they transitioned into a black hole. And if EG are nice and grouped up together, it will be the easiest black hole of EG's life. And you don't need to worry, actually you sort of do. You need to be careful to pick up those heroes that can stop that black hole, because once the Song of the Siren ends, Disruptor's going. Here's a hero that I haven't seen played before. Disruptor being secured here by EG, which adds we actually have 3 disables to come out of EG, so Enigma is going to have to be very precise about those black holes. Disruptor, wait, can Disruptor interrupt with his glimpse? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if it interrupts spells. I don't think it does, actually. Then we have Darkseer, of course, with the Vacuum, and Leshrac with the Split Earth. So it's 2 to 3, not sure on the Disruptor, but nevertheless, the Enigma is going to have to make sure he catches those 2 heroes, or else he's going to have the Black Hole immediately cancelled. Lone Druid is going to be the third pickup, the Silly Bear for the team of SGC. He's going to add some pressure to EG. He's going to be one of those heroes that if he doesn't get shut down, he will start pushing down towers. He'll take the tier 1, he'll take the tier 2, he'll take the tier 3, and he's one of those heroes that if you leave him on his own, he'll do exactly that. So resources from EG are going to have to be dedicated to making sure this Lone Druid doesn't start stomping about in their base and just killing everything. I can see EG removing out a Tidehunter, while Enigma, Naga Siren, I mean, imagine if they had 3 heroes that they could synergize together. Enigma, Naga Siren, and Tidehunter. Start off with the Song of the Siren, get a Black Hole, and maybe a Ravage. The damage would be immense, and EG are either going to pick up that Tidehunter or they're going to ban him out. They do have first pick, and Windrunner is going to be the next hero to be taken out, and that's somewhat understandable. We don't have a... Actually, I'm a bit... I guess a solo mid. Yeah, I'm not sure about the lanes for SGC thus far, actually. We also don't have any form of reliable oh, we kind of do actually. We have the Ensnare, we have the Malphistun, so the Windrunner ban I'm not entirely sure about. We don't need to worry about offlaners because we have 2 heroes that can offlane, Lone Druid and Enigma. Maybe they're looking for solo mids, but there are still plenty of heroes available that they could choose for a solo mid. Enigma's most likely going to be spending his time in the jungle. We'll see Lone Druid in the off lane. We're going to synergize someone with Naga Siren. We'll have to wait and see. And we're also going to, of course, pick up a solo mid hero, which I guess Windrunner serves the role as, so it's an understandable hero to remove out by EG. Enchantress going to be the 4th hero to be taken out by SGC, with Beastmaster being taken out yet again. And Beastmaster another offlaner, which again, it seems like a strange hero to take out because we've got Lone Druid that can handle the offlane perfectly fine and the Enigma, 2 offlaners, and Ruby going to be taken out by SGC. No Black Hole, no Song of the Siren, you're not stealing any of those spells, bugger off they say. Which is of course a very understandable ban for SGC. Rubik has risen to popularity ever since his inception into the Dota 2 metagame, and he's such a fun hero to both play and watch, and creates all these clutch situations where you sort of worry that if they're not careful they're going to give away a very powerful spell. And imagine if you took a Black Hole again, or a Song of a Siren, it would be fairly devastating. Morphling's going to be the 4th hero to be taken up by EG. Here is a hard carry, the hero that is going to well, carry it, as it were. If their early game strat doesn't work out too well, then they'll rely on the Morphling. They'll sit back, hopefully he has enough farm, has enough items to start dealing some serious damage. I've been saying this before, I keep saying this in the past few games, but Shadow Demon, Leshrac, they work together so nicely. As for the lanes that come out of EG, I'm going to guess we'll see Darkseer taking the off lane, as you do. We'll see Morphling, we'll possibly see Morphling and Disruptor. I'm still not entirely sure. Disruptor and Leshrac could work out nicely. You glimpse, then you land the Split Earth, then you have the, I forget what it's called. What is it called? The Kinetic Field to hold them in place. That could chain up really nicely. It could be very powerful. So maybe we'll see Leshrac and Disruptor combined together, and then we'll pick up a Crystal Maiden or something to babysit the Morphling. Have to wait and see. Possibly Disruptor, Leshrac, solo. Oh, it's obviously not solo mid if 2 of them are there. Ancient Apparition going to be secured here by the team of SGC. This hints towards possibly CK. CK synergizes very nicely with Ancient Apparition. The Frosted Feet work out very nicely. And as well as a little bit of global presence, which Ancient Apparition brings to the field. That ulti goes pretty much anywhere. You just have to aim it and time it right. EG most likely I'm going to guess they'll pick up a Crystal Maiden to support alongside the Morphling. Axe going to be picked up. Now this is just getting weird, man. Never seen Axe played before, never seen Disruptor played before, so Evil Genius is going with a somewhat unorthodox composition of heroes. Really, Axe? Never would have thought that. I'm trying to think, like, is there some strategy to picking up that Axe? Thinking the Culling Blade is not exactly... You can't Culling Blade through the Song of the Siren because you're disabled as hell. It's not a protection, it's a disable. So I'm trying to think of a logical reason for picking up that Axe, and I'm really not sure. Maybe just to be annoying. And as for how the lanes will unfold for EG, I have no freaking idea. Maybe we'll have Axe in the jungle. Maybe that's why they've picked him up. They need a jungler, so they decide to go with Axe. And this leaves the lane to possibly be, we could see Leshrac solo mid, we could see Leshrac alongside Disruptor in mid, or we could see Morphling alongside Disruptor at bottom. We'll have to wait and see. I think, I would really love to see Leshrac and Disruptor. They seem like they would synergize so nicely. It seems like it'd be a musical to watch them play together. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think we'll play a little bit of a safer route. We'll have Morphling being babysat by the Disruptor, Jesus Christ, man. The Disruptor at the bottom lane will have Leshrac going solo mid, and of course Axe in the jungle. Could be entirely wrong. That's just... I'm really not sure about this Axe pick. Not sure how they want to proceed with it, how they want to play it out. But again, we'll have to wait and see exactly what Captain Malik is thinking in terms of this position. And we're just about to run out of reserve time for the team of SGC. Thought they would be going with CK to synergize with that Ancient Apparition, but alas, it is not the case. They went with the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is going to serve the role of that solo mid. And it seems we will combine... Actually, Ancient Apparition, Naga Siren, Ensnare, Frosted Feet. That could work out quite nicely, actually. So that seems like a a good idea, a good bit of synergy actually. So we'll probably see Nagasiren and Ancient Apparition going up top, Lone Druid going solo bottom, we'll have Enigma in the jungle, Queen of Pain going solo mid. Lineup seemed to be fairly obvious for the team of SGC. As for EG, Darkseer going solo top, possibly, I would love to see Leshrac Disruptor solo going in mid. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see Leshrac solo mid, Disruptor and Morphling down bottom with Axe in the jungle. But the game is moments away from beginning, and let's see how it all unfolds out. And why is the MTW flag here? It's not MTW, it's EG. I have no idea why this is the case, but nevertheless, who is playing who's playing what, and so on and so forth. Captain Melee taking up the role of that Axe. We have Demon playing as the Darkseer. We have Fear playing as a Morphling, Universe playing as a Leshrac, and the Disruptor being played by Bulba. And over on the side of SGC, we have Chulix taking up the role of that Queen of Pain, Kranich playing as the Nagasar, and Professor Headshot playing as the Enigma. Over down here, we have Offek playing as the Ancient Apparition. Who have I missed? The Lone Druid being played by Warlog. Where's that Axe bastard? Tango's a Stout Shield, a Ring of Armor. Seems like that builds into Boots of Tranquil. Yes, it does. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be jungling Axe by the looks of it. Very unorthodox. The entire team of EG currently making their way towards the jungle, looking for early first blood. Will it happen? No, because the team of SGG are responding to that in the exact opposite way. Everyone heading up north. No one to be... Are we going for an early... Seriously? No, I think they're just checking for early Roshan. This is a... We could probably take on an early Roshan with this composition, maybe. Using the bear to tank and some, of course, form of healing, maybe? I'm actually not so sure if we could take Roshan on at level 1 with this, but they're just checking just in case, and neither side going to find first blood, and as a result we are just simply going to scout about and return to what our lane should be. And that bear is manly as hell, of what I gotta say, but he doesn't really have to worry about anything. How the lane's looking, he's dragging that along the ground. That is so cool. It's sparking and whatnot. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And down the bottom, we're going to have Morphling. Along the mid, are we going to have Disrupt? We are going to have Disruptor and Leshrac. Yes! Yes, this is a combination that I wanted to see. It seemed a bit risky, but it seems like it would work so amazingly well. Darkseer going solo top, as you'd expect. We have Ancient Apparition alongside the Nagasiren. In the jungle, we will have the Enigma. In the mid, we will have a Queen of Pain going up against the Disruptor, and of course that Leshrac bastard who's going down bottom, I think. Or maybe he's just chasing after the bear. I really hope that they combine him with the Disruptor, because it just works out so nicely. They really want to kill that bear, don't they? And Morphling going down bottom. Solo bot. Of course, Lone Druid responding to that in the exact same way. Darkseer has nothing to worry about in his top lane. He does need to be careful of Ensnared or Frosted Feet, though. You can't haste away from that. So this actually works out very nicely against the Darkseer. You Ensnare, you Frosted Feet, suddenly he's not moving anywhere, and suddenly he's taking a lot of damage. The haste will not save him from that. So it works out very nicely, and this bear just will not die. How many Diabolic Edicts did we use up? Several. And yet the bear only being brought to around half HP. And this is a good lane because the amount of harassment that the Disruptor can deal in the form of that friggin' annoying lightning pulse that's called Thunderstrike. It will be a special kind of horrible for the Queen of Pain to deal with. I've laned against it before. It is horrible. I hate it with all of my might. And it seems we are, unfortunately, not exactly what I expected. Leshrac babysitting the Morphling. Somewhat disappointing for me. A bit of a curious composition, honestly. I don't think Disruption is that great over in the middle lane, to be honest. But Chulix is getting awfully low. A couple more right clicks would do it. Maybe he is good. He's annoying to deal with. But you can't really capitalize on any kills that he might get because he's just not that great. His main ability that you take advantage of is the Glimpse. And that's not going to get better with items. Blinking in, denying the salve almost immediately, exchanging a little bit of right clicks. Darkseer moving straight in. Kranich can't even get close to the creep wave. And Offak is a good distance away, so not here to reinforce. Where's that Axe bastard? What the hell is he? Oh, he just got himself some illusions. And they're all dragging their axes along the ground. It's awesome. It's awesome. It looks really cool, actually, that completely nonsensical, like, axe on a chain. Axe wrecking axe. Yeah, we'll call it that. It seems so redundant, so silly. Darkseer moving in. He sees that they're pulling the cap, and he's probably just going to run in or maybe place an Iron Shell, but the right click damage is going to come out of the Ancient Apparition. But the Darkseer could take care of this fairly easy. We're both pulling the Ancient Camp on both sides. This bear's pulling the Creep Camp away. It's being an absolute nuisance for EG to deal with, and there's little that they can do because it has 1400 HP and a Stout Shield, and that is difficult to do, but we're trying to improvise, and this is so smart by EG, pulling the neutral camp to pull the creep camp back away from the bear. How smart is this? It is friggin' smart. And Battle Hunger combined with the Thunder Strike to land on the Queen of Pain. This damage might be enough if she doesn't get a right click, but it looks like she will. There we go. No, it was not successful. He missed it, but the damage, alas, wasn't enough. But one Thunder Strike from the Disruptor will be enough to take death on the Queen of Pain. But the bottle is going to bring him back to safety, immediately being denied by the Thunder Strike. How annoying is this to go up against? Really friggin' annoying. That is the answer. Darkseer getting very close to his soul ring, only needing the recipe as of this moment, but doesn't want to get caught out. Ensnare to Frosted Feet will be painful to him to deal with because you can't run away from it, and it will cause a big chunk of damage. And Chulix once again getting zoned out really hard here, and once again I forget to have the creep score. In the meantime, we've missed First Blood. Enigma drawing First Blood over in the top lane. God damn it. And Darkseer takes a fall to the might of the team of SGC, securing First Blood for themselves at the top, as I mentioned a few moments ago. Disruptor going to pick himself up a regen. This is going to be horrible for the Queen of Pain. This means that the Queen of Pain cannot get near the lane until she refills a bottle with a courier. Because if she gets close, she's going to take a lot of damage, and Disruptor doesn't care because he has a regen. He has 3 bottle charges after that. That is so many Thunder Strikes, so much harassment, and just plain pain. Pain, and death, and more pain. More death, some pain, and maybe some cake, but I don't think so, but mostly pain. To lane against this is horrible. I've done it 2 or 3 times solo mid against a Disruptor, and I hate it. I hate it so much. There are very few. Tinker's probably just as annoying. Tinker's actually probably more annoying. Because he can kill you. This guy just keeps you away from the lane. Thunderstrike immediately going down on Chulix, currently 11 for 5 on the last hits compared with Disruptor's 18 to 10. Disruptor's not getting as much farm, but the thing is he doesn't need it. He just needs to deny as much farm, which he's doing a great job of doing, harassing them back. Disruptor just needs his skills, doesn't really need items to be effective. Mechanism and some regen will work out very nicely as well. That's about all you need. Not like the Queen of Pain that needs the Aghanims, needs some form of regen, and possibly a sheep stick in order to start being effective. It looks like we're going to move in. Axe waiting in the sidelines, thinking of moving in, and I think the answer to that question is yes. Going straight in on the Queen of Pain. Nagasarian just took a kill on Darkseer. Once again, the Frosted Feet and Ensnare combination being too strong, and I missed the second kill of the game. Great job to the beginning of this cast, guys. Not the greatest start, but alas, we'll deal with it. I thought action was about to unfold in this middle lane, man. SGC pushing out EG's top tower. Fortification has been dropped. The damage is being dealt, however, and no reinforcements are rolling in. But we have Darkseer rapidly hasting his way back to defend. But I think the tower will take a fall. Kranich cutting off the creep wave here. The damage might just barely be enough. We'll just have to wait and see. I think it might just barely escape by the looks of it. Queen of Pain picking herself up a double damage, just snatching it just barely from the Disruptor. And the top tower is going to take a fall. First tower of the game secured 6 minutes in by the team of EG. There are also 2 kills to EG's 0, which obviously means they secured First Blood, in case you couldn't figure that out because you're retarded or something. Morphling currently 43 to 24. He's having a very good time. And while Top's having a pretty poor time, it could that Morphling could save the day, but mid is also having an abysmal time, so it's sort of an even exchange of affairs despite the kill advantage. And we can see how annoying this freaking lightning bolt is. I wonder if you can dodge that if you blink at the right moment. Possibly. I don't think so. Maybe. SGC look to be going for a gank. We have a smoke to be popped off. We have Malphite stun to come out of this Enigma. When we engage on the Disruptor, he's freaking dead. Disruptor to go down. Shadow Strike to land as well. And then Kinetic Wall, not really doing anything. The Silence doing a bit of damage. Axe realizing, oh crap, there's heaps of people here. I need to leave, but a blink to a scream will be enough to take the kill on Malik. Will it happen? However, will the Queen of Pain push forward? It seems no is the answer. We are going to settle for the tier 1 tower. 3-0 for SGC, currently doing a fantastic job at controlling this game. Looking at the gold department, 500 advantage with a 1500 advantage for EG as of this moment. This is due to the fact that bottom lane is having a fantastic time, and Queen of Pain can't do shit in the middle lane. Getting denied really hard, unable to push forward at all, and with the middle tower taking a fall, EG are pushing forward, and we might be able to get the kill on Enigma. The glimpse to go back, and he dies before it even happens. So even if he successfully TP'd, he would have taken a big fall and would have died a horrible death. EG securing the first kill of the game. Also, I'm not missing any more kills, which is fantastic. Missing First Blood, missing the second kill, never a good thing, never a good way to start the cast. But once again, alas, we will have to deal with an ancient apparition could find himself getting caught out, but alas, he is going to back off. EG is not going to be able to secure any form of victory on him. Axe is just going to simply return to jungling, working his way towards a Vanguard. Already has the Tranquil Boots, as we've seen before. EG moving forward on the Warlock, but is not going to get it. Currently going in on the tower. The Diabolic Edict at level 2, doing a lot of damage, as is the Morphling. The Bear moving in, Waveform going forward, very offensive by him, and one more right click will take the kill on Warlock. But the Queen of Pain has moved in. The Shrek is friggin' dead, trying to TP out, but the ulti is used, and now the Morphling is in a lot of trouble. We have the Enigma, no escape, no TP, but the Malphite stun has been used. He's going to try and waveform down here, and it will be successful. An easy escape for Fear. The Queen of Pain is here, trying to move in. Shadow Strike to not go down at all. And Fear is simply going to waddle his way to safety, or slide his way to safety. I keep saying the Morphling waddles. It's not a freaking penguin. He's like a freaking comet or something. I don't even know how the lore works in this game, but he's a comet or something. Some weird freaking thing. Queen of Pain moving back in on mid, looking like she wants maybe a little bit of revenge. I think you would most definitely want to pick a kill on that bloody disruptor piece of crap. I hate you a lot. Why are you solo mid? Please go in a different lane. Ancient Apparition ulti to go down. Riptide to go down. Ensnare. And holy crap, the Darkseer instantly pops. That was a lot of damage to come out of that ulti. And that Darkseer is sad. How many deaths has he had thus far? 3 deaths. Yeah, not a happy Darkseer. Item-wise, he's only just secured himself a Soul Ring, boots, and a buckler. Nothing more than that, however. Again, not the happiest of Darkseers. Shrek just staying in XP range, stealing some of the farm from the Axe, as you do. Morphling moving in forward on Warlock once again, but is unable to catch him. Not daring enough to waveform in. It's already on cooldown, however, and of course the Orb of Venom sitting on the Bear prevents him from pursuing anymore. Warlock's manly as hell. I'm surprised he's not TPing back. Guess he doesn't give a toss. And the team of EG are just going to push forward on this tier 1 tower, which still stands at the bottom lane. The Soul Defender, a Warlock on very low HP, who cannot push forward because the Morphling will just waveform and freaking kill him. Fortification has been dropped. Queen of Pain pushing in on the Disruptor, looking to get a bit of revenge. Shadow Strike with a telekinetic field might allow him to escape. And suddenly, we have the Axe here. Suddenly, the Queen of Pain's freaking dead. Culling Blade to pick up the final kill on that. No revenge to be had for her, and she is no doubt sad. Oh, it feels good to kill a Disruptor when you've been laning against him in mid, because he falls off all the middle stages of the game. And Fear is looking to be dead, trying to waveform to safety, waving just barely over the edge there. Malphite stun till taking its effect, doing a little bit of damage, but he's absolutely fine. AA ulti to fly out. It's going to do a big chunk of damage to actually only just one hero, unfortunately. Oh wait, it did hit Universe just barely by the looks of it. Malphite stun to go down there on Axe. Battle Hunger to fly out on the Enigma. And Malphite stun causing a lot of trouble for Malik. Ensnare to go down. This could be a lot of pain. Frosted Feet to land as well. Who is freaking dead? Axe is freaking dead. That's the answer to that. And Fear could find himself caught out as well, but they are alas not going to pursue. But the Queen of Pain has other things in mind. Is going to keep chasing after Fear, or it's actually just going to check for runes, which and I think she's heading to top actually. Alright then, it's a weird transition. Going for runes, no, it's 11 minutes. He's going for the Fear, no, he's doing this. And are we checking for runes? No, we're not, because the runes aren't going to be up for about 50 seconds. By the looks of it, we're going to transition to this bottom tower. SGC get a little bit of revenge on this bottom lane. It's going to be an easy tower for them. No defense to come out of EG in the slightest. Looking at the gold department, it is relatively even on both sides, but the XP still tipping in favor for EG. This is, of course, a Morphling who's been free farming his way to great victory. The jungling Axe, which actually, Enigma's a better jungler. I don't know where I was going with that. Fear being caught out, trying to waveform away, but the Entangle is still down on him. Song of the Siren to fly out as the TPs roll in, and they are simply going to walk their way to safety. They're going to move in on the front lines. What the hell, camera? Why you do this? And SGC are going to back off to safety, unable to take this tier 1 tower over the bottom lane. 77 last hits in hand for the Morphling, 1500 in the bank. Possibly going to go for an Ethereal Blade. It would be a nice pickup at this point. Get a Ghost Scepter first. We'll have to wait and see. Disruptor, what is he bringing himself? Oh, it's just a TP. Alright. Seems Darkseer looking to be going straight for a Hood of Defiance very early on. Build that into a pipe as you do. Who's building the mechanism? I'm going to guess Disruptor. Going for Phase Boots. I would have expected possibly Arcanes to deal a little bit more harassment, but I guess you want to catch and do this ability. Telekinesis to come down. No Split Earth to follow, being timed a little bit wrong there. And now the Instead to go down. Frosted Feet too. Bulba is looking in some trouble. AA ulti to fly down. Queen of Pain to jump during the fray as well. And the ulti to fly out from her. Leshrac is taking a lot of damage. The Frosted Feet to go down, and a double kill for the Ancient Apparition. And suddenly Demon is here, and suddenly Demon is dead. Vacuum to go down, and Snare to follow. Fear is coming in to reinforce. Demon is going to take a fall, however, waveform up, trying to get some damage down on the Naga Siren. We have the Battle Hunger to go down. She's going to try and TP away to safety. Offhack is very low in HP, gets some revenge, not after Ancient Apparition gets a triple kill, but Axe, as I just mentioned, the team of EG getting some revenge, but trading 1 for 3, I think it's a trade that SGC are happy to take for themselves. EG from this point looks like they want to try and pressure this tier 1 tower over the middle lane, but Queen of Pain should be capable of holding this out on her own. One scream and they will have to back off. Sorry about that. They're going to keep pushing forward, and no reinforcements are rolling in, but they're coming in very steadily. Mechanism being worked towards for the Enigma. Are we going to get a mech on someone on this team? Vanguard and Tranquil Boots. Maybe get a mech on the Leshrac. It's a little bit unorthodox, but he is playing the role of support. Trying to take down the bear with the Edict. No such luck to be had, however. 85 to 34 in the last hit departments. Waveforming in, going in on the offensive. A few right clicks, bringing Chulix down to half HP, but in the end we'll be ultimately fine. Just be able to walk it off. Do we have any bottle charges for her? We do not. And she looks to be going possibly towards Aghanims, maybe a Necro Book, most likely Aghanims, and there's a double damage rune to be picked up by her, refill a bottle, bring some extra damage, Frosted Feet to go down on Fear, and looks like we're going to get sandwiched from the behind, going to try and take down the tower. Will the damage be enough? AA ulti to fly out, the tower does get taken down, but Morphling takes a fall as well. Was it worth the trade? I'm not entirely sure. A tower for a hero. The thing is, if it was a support hero such as Disruptor, it'd be well worth it, but because it's a carry, because it's a hero that needs that farm, I guess it sort of balances itself out, and Demon could potentially get caught out, but so could Professor Headshot, and both of them going to back off once they see each other. Going to haste his way to safety, as Sonic does. Vanguard, looks like we're going straight for a Diffusal Blade on the Naga Siren. Vanguard, Diffusal Blade work out very nicely, especially with the illusions, because the illusions all get that mana burn. Does this build into... no. Never mind, I was just brainstorming myself and being wrong about things. Here, Naga Siren, who will pull out a head waveform to go out. The right click damage is to be dealt, but Kranich is just... but suddenly, Disruptor comes in, telekinetic field, and he just walks straight through it, just going to TP out. This is the power of that Song of the Siren, an incredibly annoying skill. You think you've got her, but in actuality, you do not. She can simply ulti and escape. And the cooldown on that is relatively short. Level 2, 120 seconds, I believe. Yes, indeed. And at level 3, it's a measly minute. So every minute, you can just escape from death. But remember that once you get a BKB, that Song of the Siren will be negated. The bear's looking very unhappy. Is going to get taken down, but recreated just before it happens. And Snare to go down in the axe. The bear moving in. Counter Helix is going to cause some problems, however. No Riptide to follow through. Universe coming in to reinforce. Axe is going to be able to get away. Not after taking half his HP, however. Battle Hunger to go down the Lone Druid, not going to cause all that much problem. He's just going to be able to get a last hit pretty easy, or just tank out the damage. Meanwhile, Demon has taken a kill here over in the middle lane, or Demon has died a horrible, horrible death to the Ancient Apparition again, I believe. He ulti out. God, I've got to pay more attention to this minimap. Demon's Professor Headshot's about to get caught out. We have Malphus to go down, will allow him to escape to safety, but the glimpses to come in, followed by the telekinetic field coming off successfully this time, but reinforcements are rolling in. Thunderclap to go down on him. And the mech is going to heal him back to safety. Who has a mech? Oh, he has a mech, obviously. Disruptor looks like possibly going for a 4-star next. I'm very surprised we're not getting a mech on him, to be honest. The bottom tower is getting pressured here by SGC. Fortification is going to be going down, but unless reinforcements roll in soon, it is going to be taken down by the team of SGC. Yes, indeed. Bottom tower secured. 3 towers being taken down by the team of SGC. EG also have 3 towers being taken down. This gold is just fluctuating incredibly. Slight favorance for the team of EG, but in the XP department, a 2k advantage for SGC. And they're continuing to push. They've got no reason to stop. They're going to continue to pressure this tier 2. They've taken the tier 1. Why not take a tier 2? Okay, and all that's squaws. Why don't we have both? Glorious. The TPs are rolling in. They are forced to back off very rapidly indeed, but the glimpses that come down. Professor Headshot getting caught out. Are we going to use a Siren? The Siren is off cooldown. It is going to allow the escape. Wouldn't you be annoyed if this happened? I would be annoyed. And they're going to continue pressing on. A black hole, is it going to follow? No, it does not. The vacuum comes down, the wall lands, no black hole. The Enigma immediately gets bursted down, AA ulti to fly, doing a lot of damage to 3 heroes of EG. But the Fear is here, he's full on HP, and he's here to deal as much damage as possible. Ancient Apparition immediately takes a fall. The Queen of Pain's going to be next to follow. Split Earth missing by a mile. 4 staff to go down. Queen of Pain and 4 staff, that seems not what I'd expect. The Queen of Pain should be able to escape to safety, but the glimpse, the range on a level 4 glimpse is absolutely insane. She gets bursted down before anything can happen, and the reason for the 4 staff is, of course, so you can get out of the ulti and that telekinetic field. Because you can't blink out because the ulti is a silence. So of course that explains the 4 staff, and as a result, I'm sure many members, or at least several members, are going to be working their way towards 4 staff. Yes, indeed, Ancient Apparition going towards 4 staff. And the fact that several members have to buy 4 staffs is just, it's really good for EG, because it's money that they would have spent elsewhere. Money that they would have spent on possibly very good items assisting in the death of their team. So the fact that that one hero, the Disruptor, forces all these 4 stars could potentially make him worth it, just picking him up if you just use those glimpses and the telekinetic field. And the range on that glimpse is freaking insane. Look at this. Look at this. It's bigger than the screen. You can't actually see the edge. It's absurdly large. This was working before. I don't know why it's not oh, you have to hold it down. Yeah, there we go. I can now follow various heroes. You just click on their portrait, and look at this. Isn't this amazing? Can I click on it up here? No, I can't. If I double click, no, I have to click on the portrait down here. But isn't this cool? I wish I knew this before. It looks so smooth and glorious. 130, closing in on 130 last hits on the creep score department for the Morphling. Has a Manta style, 300 in the bank. What does he want to work his way towards next? It's entirely up to him. I would say a Lincoln's, but we have a lot of disables to come out of SGC, and we have the freaking Song of the Siren, and as a result, a BKB would just be a much better opportunity. Smoke Gate to come out. The team of EG wants some blood, but these illusions being sent out to scout, but they don't reveal the smoke. We're moving in. Ensnare to land down on the illusion, as well as a glimpse. Oh wait, it's on the same time. And she's looking pretty dead. Split Earth to follow. Battle Hunger and the final Culling Blade to take the kill right there. SGC taking a lot of damage. Ulti to fly out, not hitting anyone, only hitting Bulba, and the AA immediately melts. We have the wall to fly out. Not exactly a useful wall in the slightest. Frosted Feet to land down. Oh, it's just the illusion. He's fine. Absolutely fine. Double damage to be secured here by the Disruptor. Not exactly something you see every day. We're currently going in on Chulix. Currently cutting in from the side. EG is going to come in from the side as well, but is just going to be able to blink away to safety. That's Fear, not EG. The team is EG. Siri. And after that nice little victory against SGC, the team of EG are free to take this tier 2 if they so desire. It seems they will not do so. Maybe they will settle for Roshan, but they will have to think and act fast because the team of SGC are rapidly going to return to the fray. Maybe SGC are going for Roshan. It looks like to be the case. It's a bit of a risk considering that the entire team of EG are currently up and active, and these wards, I may have just barely seen it, depending on their pathing. But it doesn't look like EG are aware of this. They seem to have no clue at all. And in the next couple of moments, they're going to hear those words, Roshan has fallen to the Dire. And EG is so close to just easily checking if any action is there. They should be getting suspicious since every single member of SGC is currently missing. But it seems no suspicions are being had. Even Bulba, who's so close to the pit, isn't going to check. Roshan is, after a very long battle actually, they've given them so much time to take this down. Roshan has fallen to the Dire. The Naga Siren securing herself the Aegis of the Immortal. And they're rapidly going to back out of that pit. So this is some extra experience, some extra gold, and of course the Aegis of the Immortal for the team of SGC. The Storm Games clan, folks. 3,300 in the bank. We don't have the Radiance, or rather the Sacred Relic yet, so that's no doubt going to be the next item secured here by the Lone Druid. 750 gold advantage for the team of EG and a 2k XP advantage. This graph is just going back and forth all day, every day. As because of this Morphling, 165 last hits, he has so much more than the next highest member of SGC, which is 114 on the Naga Siren. Almost getting caught out there by the Ancient Apparition, but Ancient Apparition would just melt to the force of melt. Oh god, I didn't even realize I did that. That would just melt to the power of the Morphling. Morphling capable of dealing out immense amounts of damage, even without the shotgun. Have to decide what item does he want to get next. We could go for a shotgun for that extra burst damage, or we could go for a BKB. I feel that a shotgun would be a little bit better because we're still at a relatively early stage of the game where the shotgun can be considered very effective, especially against squishy heroes such as the Queen of Pain, the Ancient Apparition, and the Enigma. However, we must remember the fact that waveforming over in, we're going to blink away to safety combined with the Force Staff, so no glimpse for you. It's another thing the Force Staff is very useful for, getting out of that range, the effective range of that glimpse. But a BKB would mean that you're not going to scream to get away, because if you scream, I can just kill you, because the BKB prevents that Naga Siren ulti, as well as all the other disables that come out of the team with SGC. Shadow Strike to go down, Manta Style using to block it, very nicely done. And Glimpse to come down, she is going to be in a world of pain. No Force Staff, no blink, the Force Staff was down, but the Battle Hunger, or the, what is it called, Berserker's Call, meaning that she couldn't do anything but right click on the axe, and as a result, Queen of Pain takes a fall. And Tier 2 Tower will be secured easy peasy by the team of SGC. I'm going to rotate down to bottom, clear out this wave, maybe even get a kill on Warlog. We'll have to wait and see. Warlog is just going to TP his way back to the safety of his base, as the rest of the team of EG continue to press in, most likely very excited to potentially get a kill on that Lone Druid, but alas, no such thing will happen. Lone Druid currently only sitting at 95 last hits, not the happiest of Lone Druids, and looks like he's also picked up his Sacred Relic. Yes, indeed. Going to be working his way towards a Radiance after that, of course. First things first, however, making his way towards that Ancient Camp, get some gold, experience, and so forth. EG right now, they don't really need to fight. This is a great thing about the composition that they have, is as time goes on, it's only going to get stronger. Meanwhile, SGC, the only hero that's really capable of reaching that critical point where he essentially plows everything, will take a while. Lone Druid has 12 slots, but in my opinion, compared to someone like Morphling, he can't utilize those slots as well. The items that you pick up on a Lone Druid won't be as beneficial as an item that Morphling picks up, but the difference is he has 12 slots. The problem is it's going to take a long time to reach that unkillable point that the Morphling can reach in a much shorter amount of time. And as a result, SGC need to push. They need to kill them, or else EG is simply going to get those items and they're going to freaking roll them over. And a Blink Dagger to be secured here by the Disruptor. This is going to allow him to blink into position and get some nice glimpses. As if the range on this isn't enough already, no one is getting away from EG if the Disruptor is present. Watch this, we're going to blink, doesn't even necessary. Blade Mail, Berserker's Call, the Shrek Stun to follow up, and the Culling Blade to pick the kill. Glimpse isn't even necessary. But look at the range on this. If you're... Look at this. It's absurd. It is absolutely insane. No one is getting away from the team of EG when the Disruptor is present. And even if you try and blink and Force Staff, he can do the exact same thing. In comes a Glimpse, in comes a Telekinetic Field, Disruptor to go down, or rather Malphus Stun to land, Leshrac Stun to follow, Vacuum, and the death of Professor Headshot will follow. Didn't even need to use a Glimpse, we just blinked to Telekinetic Field, and it did the damage that it needed to do, or it prevented him from escaping. No Force Staff in hand for the Enigma there. Going for a BKB next, actually. Which will, of course, allow him to get away. And he's a manly Morphling, but he has an Ethereal Blade. He can shotgun someone down. He's still going to continue to try and do some damage, but the Entangle has landed. AA ulti to fly out, Frosted Feet to follow. Fear is looking relatively unhealthy, not morphing to Strength, strangely enough. But still being able to escape easy peasy, and now Boulder is moving in. We're going to get the Blink to Glimpse combo. Here it comes, not even needing the Blink. They're going to Force Staff out. Easy peasy for the Ancient Apparition. Will be able to survive without any problems. The Replicate's moving forward. It's not actually a Replicate. That's a Replicate. But it's not going to do any damage. And with the Ethereal Blade being secured by the Morphling, he's able to roam around the map and pop fools that he finds on his own. Especially squishy individuals such as Queen, such as Ancient Apparition. Maybe Naga Siren. Probably not. And Enigma also maybe, but we also have the... oh god, what is it called? Speaking of shotgun, there's it in action. The Queen of Pain instantly melting, but Ensnare to go down, morphing to Strength. We might pay for this. We have the Riptide to go down, Entangle to follow, AA ulti to fly out. Fear is looking dead. It's a little bit too slow. It just misses him. Waveform to go away, but the Wall to fly out. No Vacuum to follow. We don't have the mana for it. Fear is going to be able to get away, and so will Demon. Both of them able to escape and do a little bit of damage. This Replica is just being a little bit annoying, but nothing more than that. We have the Mechanism. That's the word I was looking for. The Enigma has a Mechanism. Might give him a little bit of extra survivability. Is it amplified by the ethereal blade, the ethereal form effect? I'm not sure. It amplifies magic damage by something like 40%. Does mech charge count as well? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe. Probably, I don't know. I have no idea. But it might give him just that little bit of extra breathing room that he needs to get away from the Morphling. But it will be very, very clutch. And Tier 2 tower being pressured here by EG. Very little the SGC can do about it. Or maybe they can. The bear rolls in, has the Radiance. And we can't even sit near that bloody thing, or else we'll start taking massive amounts of damage from the burn. Well, not really massive, but it will start to build up. It's only a little bit, but it keeps going. It keeps building up. Naga Siren just going to farm away. Has the diffuser blade. Looks to be working towards a Manta style next. Get even more illusions. 4 illusions, not enough. Let's have 6. Or is that 3? I think it's just 3. I thought it was 4. So it will be 5. It will be... No, wait. Yeah. Disregard everything. Demon absolutely fine. Able to haste his way to safety. Also has a pipe in hand, which is very good for him. Needless to say. And his team, of course. Disruptor, no mech for him. Of course, Blink Dagger. And looks like we're going to move in and we're going to get a glimpse on. Kranich is looking very dead, but we do have the Song of the Siren available. In comes a glimpse, in comes the field. It is silence. Can the Song of the Siren go through silence? I don't think it can. And Orbiter gets Adaptive Strike out. And there goes the Song of the Siren. That was bad play by the Morphling. Adaptive Strike out of the kinetic field and allows the Song of the Siren to go off and easily escape death. Ooh, that was close. A little bit silly, Fear. I see a glimpse. No, I didn't. I know I've said this a few times before, but seriously, the range on this freaking glimpse, and the bear's just sitting there. I guess it's just stopping the creep wave ever so slightly. The bear will get recreated, but the range on this glimpse is freaking absurd. Look at it. Look at it, Hitch. Freaking insane. 1800 range. Oh my god, it's... Ugh. It just makes me sort of cringe seeing it, because you can't get away. It's just... It's insane. Shotgun going down on the bear, trying to do as much damage as possible. And he has to be careful with that bear because he cannot recreate for another 90 seconds. AA ulti to fly out as the pause is had. I clap my hands and fart with them. Glorious. Hopefully the pause won't go on for too long. But EG are looking very strong in this game. SG, they had a good start. They were going along nicely. They did some pretty great stuff. But... EG just have a better composition, in my opinion. They've got heroes that can be utilized more towards the mid stages, while I feel SGC fall off ever so slightly. Especially with that lone druid, you need to get to the late game before he can be on the same level as that Morphling. Simple as that, and the late game takes a long time, because 12 slots, it takes a long time to fill up without, needless to say. Where the hell's that bear? It's in the fountain. Screw, damn you, bear. Always go away. You leave me when I want to click on you. Doesn't have anything more than the Radiance. 600 in hand for the Lone Druid. Oh, it's an illusion. Malphaston to go down on Fear. Waveforming out to safety. Will he be able to make it, however? AA's moving in. Black Hole to be used. This is worth it to secure the kill. And so many ultis being used. 3 ultis to secure the kill in here. And now we're blinking forward here on Demon. The walls go out. Vacuum to follow. Mech Charge to fly through as well. And the pipe is going down as well. The damage is immense. But will it be enough? And it will indeed. The wall being a bit of a nuisance, but not being anything more than that. Lone Druid is going to TP his way to defend. These illusions, again, just being nothing more than a bit of a nuisance. Not really doing all that damage, but Bulb's moving in, blinking and glimpse, and the Enigma is caught out. The ulti has gone down as well. Kranich just decides to walk into it, and what is he doing? I have no idea. Don't know what Kranich was doing, but we have the Ensnare to go down, Riptide to follow, Frosted Feet, and Death to roll in. Yes, indeed. And as I was saying a few moments ago, EG looking so strong, and then all of a sudden SGC bring it back, trading 1 for 3, and especially killing off their hard carry who goes by the name of the Morphling. Morphling 1500 in the bank, most likely going to go towards a BKB next. If he had a BKB, well, he probably would have survived that, but the Black Hole would have meant that he's still not going to be doing anything. Of course, Black Hole goes through BKB. Most ultimates go through BKB. Very few ultimates that have... most ultimates that have a disabled component will go through the BKB. The damage component will be negated. Very few ultimates have their disabled component and damage component negated. Tidehunter's Ravage is one. Puck's Dream Coil. Puck's ultimate is another one. I think those might be the only 2. The rest with stun components. Black Hole, as I mentioned a few moments ago. We also have things such as Bane's Fiend's Grip. All these things go through BKB, the stun component, Dismember from Pudge, and so on and so forth. Smoker to seek to go down. Looks like we want to smoke into the Roshan pit, or maybe we just want to look for some kills. Getting a kill on the Morphling would be so crucial as of this moment. Wall to fly out, immediately being shot down. The Naga Siren melts in an instant. No Siren for you. The AA follows, and holy crap, SGC. It looked like a potentially good engagement, but it was not in the slightest. And now 2 members of them are down. 2 less members to defend against his oncoming onslaught, and Queen of Pain was here as well, which I didn't even notice, and then she dies. But I'm not sure what she was thinking. If she was trapped in the trees there and then got found out, or if she was just like, I'm going to do some damage to all of these guys, and when it's just me, nah. I was a little bit silly. We have buybacks coming out of 2 heroes for SGC. We want to defend this as best we can. Edict doing a lot of damage. EG might just back off from here on out. We've forced 2 buybacks, and we've gotten 3 kills. Why not just back off and revel in the fact that they've now wasted gold for nothing? It wasn't really for nothing, because they've defended the tower and the barracks as a result. It would have been dead if no buyback happened. But it's still a victory for SGC nonetheless, and great cost. I mean, a victory for EG nonetheless, with great cost to SGC. Camera, why you refuse to function? There we go. It's glorious, isn't it? It moves alongside. SGC maybe going to think of Roshan, but it would be risky. EG would be well aware that such an occurrence could happen. This will be the 2nd Roshan kill as well. No cheese yet. Just another Aegis, and they are moving in. They thought they were in there, but they were not. Vacuum and Blink, but alas, nothing. Nothing at all. And it looks to me like the next big fight is going to happen at this Roshan pit. Maybe. Maybe. Or maybe EG are just going to keep pressuring the barracks, because if they go for Roshan, trading Roshan for a barracks is not worth it, but the Lone Druid is perfectly capable of taking it on himself. But EG can just send 1 or 2 members to take him down, or at least persuade him away. Malik moving in, we're going to see a blink in, we will not indeed, or are we not? We have the force of EG coming in to reinforce, no doubt not wanting to let them get this Roshan, but it is going to take a while. The only member doing it is the is the Lone Druid. EG, seriously? Double damage for the Disruptor. Are they going to move in? We're going to have Kranich caught out by Malik. Battle Hunger to go down. Ensnare will allow him to easily walk away. But we have more members of EG to come in and reinforce. So we're going to try and take down this Axe as best as we can. But he can take a lot of punishment. Telekinetic Field as well as the ulti to fly out. And the wall in there. This is what the vacuum to follow. This is bad for SGC. Going to try and force off Song of the Siren to fly out. And this will allow them to narrowly escape death. Holy crap, that was clutch. But the Disruptor, the Glimpse to go down. Kranich is dead. A triple kill for the Morphling. Poor guy. Poor SGC. Oh my goodness. That went so poorly. Eye of Skadi is very close to being worked towards for the Morphling. As if he doesn't have enough right-click damage as it is, it's going to be painful for him to deal with. For the SGC to deal with. They might just outright kill them at this moment. Middle racks is going to be taken down. They're going to transition to the bottom racks, take down the tier 3, take down the melee and ranged barracks. Easy peasy. And this, from this point onwards, is looking relatively GG-ish for the team of SGC. Going to try and defend as best they can. Smoke to come out. We haven't really seen all that many successful black holes come out of Professor Headshot, which is downright unfortunate. EG, after a double racks, are just going to back off. They're going to transition into the Roshan pit and take him down. But SGC do not want to let them get this that easy. A black hole into this pit could be very devastating, but we don't have any reinforcements, any follow-up damage to come in just yet. Midnight Pulse go down, Bulba being caught out, Malphasar getting vacuumed into the pit, but in comes the black hole, a perfect black hole, but it gets immediately cancelled. Did he BKB and cancel that? I think he cancelled the black hole himself. And Ancient Apparition melts, so does the Enigma. I think he cancelled the BKB himself with the black hole with the BKB, and there is no point in doing this. I mean, Kranich is gonna die once that runs out. He gets vacuumed onto the high ground instead. Telekinetic Field and the ulti. I think we were just having a little bit of fun. Attempted to steal, not quite successful, unfortunately. Glimpse to go down once again. No one escapes from the team of evil geniuses. The Warlock can take a lot of damage. Telekinetic Field alongside the Wall Replica Vacuum to follow, and who is dead? The Lone Druid is dead. Poor guy. GG being called out on both sides. The team of SGC disconnecting, and the throne will fall. They'll just frickin' walk up and kill it. Easy peasy. No defense to be had. Look at the damage coming out of this Morphling. It's absurd. Eye of Skadi, Manta style. 300 base right-click damage. Tulix is looking very dead. Shotgun down. Easy peasy. Leshrac stun to follow. Wasn't even necessary. Towers have been taken down. The Ancient will now fall. Right-click, right-click, right-click. And the tower goes down. I think we're going to have a little bit of fun in the fountain. What can Fear do? Probably not all that much as the throne falls. Did get a kill though. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Game 1 of Evil Geniuses versus the Storm Games clan. The playoffs for the Defense 2. Best of 3. Game 1 being secured in a very, very good manner by the team of EG. Looking very dominant thus far in this tournament. They've done loads of damage to all the teams that they've come up against, managing to 2-0 almost every single one. Can they do it again? We'll have to wait and see in the next game. My name has been Toshley. I'll see you next time.